Good morning, welcome to a wet, cold, wild Saturday morning. It's windy, it's freezing, it's been raining. Joys of England. So, where are we at? We're at an absolute boatload of raised scales again on this fish. So I'm still at 0.6. I'm gonna scrape a few this morning just to see if there's anything else within the pond that could be aggravating it. Probably not, it's just to ease my mind. It's probably an internal problem with the fish, as most of you have commented and said, and I'm in agreement with that. But a quick scrape's not going to harm it. Maybe a couple of others, because we've got a bit of a free couple of hours. There's a load more scales on it. I mean, there's not a lot else I can do really, other than just be patient with the salt. Maybe run another course of Batrial injections. I don't know how long. I'll have to do a bit more research in between treatments with an antibiotic. You need to leave it, see, because it can ruin the kidneys of the fish. But there we go, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it into a bowl. I'm not going to knock it out. I'm going to get a quick scrape. I'm going to have a little look at it to see how bad or not it is. Look. It's not as bad as it's been, so whether or not the salt is having some kind of internal effects within the koi, I don't know. Absolute blooming nightmare. Anyway, horrible today. So I'm going to get my scope set up, get a couple of scrapes, probably 3 or 4, depending on how easy they are to catch the fish. Definitely the Ki Utsuri, I'm going to give that a scrape and just have a look in the bowl like I said, and then take it from there. I've also had, excuse a mess in there, I've had my UV bulb, I remembered. Now, found this, someone sent me a link actually to somewhere else to get it. It was a bulb place online, and it was about 50 quid cheaper than koi dealers. Sorry, koi dealers. I'll put a link to where I got it in the description, but when I emailed the company, they did say they only had a couple in stock, so whether or not they're going to get any more, I don't know. But yeah, it was 80 odd quid as opposed to the 130 which the majority of dealers are charging for the 4-pin amalgam 40 watt UV bulb. So I'm going to get that in a bit as well, just to see whether it was the bulb that was the problem. Hopefully it was just the bulb and not the whole UV. You don't want to have to buy one of them just yet. And so that's going to be my Saturday, or Saturday morning anyway. And then I'm just going to chill out, do nothing. Obviously, and it's Sunday tomorrow. I'll be out on my bike. Yeah, I know you love it when I go on my bike. Anyway, right. I'll catch you in a bit, and we'll see what we can see and what we find on any scrapes, and you know, just sort of take it from there. Right, see you in a bit. So just pretty much dipped the net in, and then the first fish that came to me, which is this one. This is the Adam Bayer Kahaku I got in the club grown show a couple of years back. Not a massive grower, but look at it. And the white on it, lovely. And the Benny. But it's just not really grown for me. I know I had about a year with no heat in the pond, but even like last year when I had the heat up and had a ton of food going, it's still not put on a lot of size. A bit of size, but not a ton. But I think that's really cute. Quality fish that, really nice fins. Anyway, we're not here for koi appreciation. I'm gonna scrape this one and see where we're at. I'll tell you what is nice, having a heated pond. The water, obviously it's at 15 degrees, it's actually okay to put your hands in. Normally, winter time, getting a scrape, as you know, if you're not heated, will freeze your bloody fingers off. Anyway, before the bowl floats away, I'll get this scrape done and get the fish back. Before it jumps out, you can see there, but so well, it's not looking too great. We're going to pop it back. It's not happy. But as you've just seen from the scrapes off that first little kahaki, I've still got trick. So I have scraped that fish. Here's me nut. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm probably just going to be treating for PP with PP again to try and get rid of the trick. So whether or not there's something in the system, whether I've got a bit of build-up of muck in some pipe work, or I don't know, because I cleaned the drum out the other week. There's nothing in there. The only other thing, I can't purge the bottom drain, whether or not there's a settlement of some bits and bobs in the drain. It's had a brief purge, obviously, from when I've emptied the drum and filled it back up, but whether or not that's enough to clear the whole drain out, that's the issue, I don't know. Or even the skimmer line. Who knows? So anyway, I'm definitely going to be doing a PP today. You can see my face. A PP treatment anyway. I'm not going to do anything with the Ki Utsuri, I'm just going to leave it as is, and hopefully I can get the trick nailed this time round. I'm going to still check the scrape, as we just saw that. I'm still going to check that, and then we'll see if there's any. I would expect there's going to be a few on here as well, because this is the fish obviously with the issue. I mean, there was not a mark or any redness or anything on the kahaki. So anyway, check this just to confirm my theories of, I'm going to be, well, not a theory, I'm going to confirm that I do need to run another PP treatment today. Oh, man, again, it's good and bad, because that potentially is the reason for the fish not being that great. So it's just PP, it's not the, you know, it's quite a harsh treatment. I've got salt in there. I'm pretty sure that I can use PP and salt. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure you can use both safely, but I'll double check online anyway, so you might not even see this, obviously, if I'm lying. Anyway, right, I'm going to check this scrape, and then if I find anything, I'll try and video it on my amazing mobile phone poking down the microscope lens. Right, I'll see you in a bit. So there's a few more trick found on that scrape from the Ki Utsuri. Not as many as I found. There's a cat up there. Not as many as I found on that kahaku. But anyway, so I am now going to hit it with another PP dose. Shut that door. I'm talking to you from inside because it is so windy out there. So I'm going to hit the pond with PP again for 4 hours. I've made up my sodium thiosulfate mix to neutralise it, because I'm thinking it's not going to turn brown on its own. Again, no organic load in the pond, no weed to eat it all up and stuff. So that probably going to be needed. So I've made that up now. I've got my PP here just resting. I'm not going to mix it with an air stone. I've just been stirring it with a spoon. And I've zipped my top up because I've got my snazzy pink t-shirt jumper on today. Not that I want to get it on this jacket either, but I'll zip that up just in case I spill any on it, ruin it. So that's going in. It's going to be 4 hours. Amazingly, it's about 2 minutes to 11 o'clock Saturday morning, so I've got till 3 o'clock. It's nice and easy when it's like that, so I won't need to set my alarm. Yeah, fantastic. But hopefully, I need to get rid of the trick to see whether that is the issue for the fish to have raised scales. I mean, well, I've still got the trick. It just could be that that is causing the irritation on that fish. So, hence having to go the PP route to get rid of the trick. And also, you did see a dead fluke on that slide as well from that kahaku. Now, it's quite hard to see when the mucus is quite thick in places like it was there. All that drew me to that was it's you could see the hooks quite clearly on that, and so I thought I'd just get a picture of that as well. Hopefully it comes out all right on the when I put it on my computer, but it was done from my phone, as I said. So PP in, time to not panic for 4 hours, but just keep an eye on them every 20 minutes or so. And again, if any fish look like struggling, if anyone's doing a PP treatment, chuck in your neutralising liquid, ST. I know some people use HP and that's sort of sometimes frowned upon, but I've done that again before and not had any problems. But chuck that in and that will hopefully get the fish back to looking a bit more normal in the next couple of hours after that. But you need to have that on standby if doing a PP in case you get to that point, or after the 4 hours that it's still purple, you want to neutralise it as well. 4 hours is normally plenty. Maybe not so much for me this time, but so yeah, the joys of a Saturday morning scraping fish. Luckily, it wasn't hard to see. Again, first fish found the problem, so good and bad. I know what I'm treating for now again, but I just want to get it sorted. Just want my fish back to normal. I don't want to have to wake up every day thinking I'm going out there, how bad is the bloody fish looking? So yeah, the plan of attack, get rid of the trick. I need to get that gone. So I'm going to re-scrape at some point midweek to see if this PP has been effective, which I didn't do before, rightly or wrongly, but I didn't do it. So it probably meant that the first PP treatment that I did a few weeks back now, probably 2 weeks ago, that didn't get rid of the trick. So I need to get rid of the trick. I then need to concentrate on keeping an eye on the Ki Utsuri and see if that improves any. If not, I'm probably going to have to do another round of antibiotics, maybe even speak to Paula to see if I can get a different antibiotic or a swab sent somehow, or some blood to her so she can get the correct antibiotic if the Baytril that I'm using isn't being effective. But we're way off from that at the minute. Let's just try and get rid of the trick and then we can take it from there. Right, I'm going outside. It's absolutely blowing a gale today. Look at the tree. So I won't take the GoPro outside because you won't hear what I'm saying because it's so bloody windy. I'll get this in, I'll tidy my stuff up, I'll get myself a cup of tea, and because it's Saturday I can start replying to some of the comments from all you lovely people, and then I'll just keep checking on the fish throughout the day. Right, anyway, catch you in a bit, bye. It's been 4 hours. Jug. Fish been looking alright actually. I left both the covers off for 2 to 3 hours earlier. Water's still very pink. I don't know if that's going to come out on screen. But the bubbles actually, you can see a bit better this side because the water's a bit low. Brown scum. Doing that side of fish, the slime coat from the fish, or some oxidation of something within the pond. Anyway, so I'm going to pour this in. That's the pond one, not the house one. The moander. That should now clear it up. It's starting to go brown now, look. I'm going to cut it back. I'll check on in another half an hour or so. just to make sure the purple has definitely disappeared. I can't even remember how much I put in there. Can't remember. I'll check them in half an hour or so. Hopefully that'll be that done till whenever, I don't know. Probably leave them for another week, and then if needed, I don't want to have to, but re-scrape if needed, but hopefully that'll be it. Anyway, right, yeah. Good afternoon, koi friends. Right, so it's been, how many hours has it been? Tuesday today, I did it Saturday, so it's been 3 days since I did the PP treatment. The Ki Utsuri still got raised scales on it, so but whether or not, I think as I said before, it's the trick that's causing the issue there, I don't know. There is said fish. I've still not done anything with it. I don't know if you can see that on the vid. So I'd just like to trickle a bit of food in again, not a lot. And it has been up, it came up yesterday for a little munch. Again, everyone else is looking alright, it's just that fish. If it's raised scales, it's giving me grief. I'm tempted to have another scrape of a fish or two again. Maybe if I can get it, add them by a kahaku again, because obviously that had loads of trick on it. But obviously it's a bit tricky netting fish. It was pretty much lucky dip really. I wafted the net in and whatever fish came round and was at the right angle was the one that I got. So but it'd be good if I could get that fish and scrape it again to see if it's still got any visible trick on it, because there was loads. So but as the Ki Utsuri goes, I'm just leaving that well alone. I think that's the majority of people's comments as well, just to leave the fish, let it get on with its own thing, and then hopefully it gets a bit... What are you doing? That's my cat, by the way. So yeah, I think I'm going to net it, or a fish, hopefully that little kahaku over there. Do another scrape just to see where it's at, and maybe if I can get anyone else. A fish I haven't actually netted or got out for a while is the Ki Ogon. So it'd be nice just to get that, just to have a quick once over and a scrape of that fish possibly. But as I say, covers on, it makes it a bit difficult. Bit of a lucky dip really. Anyway, I've got a few bits of work to do, so I don't know if I'm going to get that done now. Hopefully I will make a bit of time. It's lighter for a lot longer now in the evenings, which is good. So if you have a bit of a long day at work, just to get a bit of the old sun. It's been quite nice here today, a bit breezy, but warm. I've got to keep my hat on because of my crazy hair. Anyway, I'll finish my work stuff and hopefully I'll get 15-20 minutes in a bit to try and net one of these fish. Right, I'll see you in a bit, possibly with a fish in a bowl. Bye. That hair. Anyway, nothing on that, so I managed to get it. I didn't video it, just straight inside. I was actually busting for a weed, went for a weed, just come back and check the slide, completely clear. So that's good. I'm going to get another, avoiding the Ki Utsuri. I'm not going to do that, I'm just leaving that fish. It's stressful enough with the net going in with them all, let alone trying to actually get the one. So whatever one is easiest to get, not one of the big ones. As I say, I wouldn't mind having a look at the Ki Utsuri, maybe the little Achiba, which is over there. And maybe the little shower as well, I haven't seen that for a while. over here. Any one of them that's easiest, but not one of the big ones. Maybe even the Shiro if that's in the vicinity of my net. Right, that's a good start anyway. Not to find, because last week it was literally put the slide in, didn't even really, it wasn't really in focus, but I could see there was something spinning around and bashing all over the slide, and then when I got it in focus, boom, there it was. So that was good in some respects but bad in another. Anyway, lucky dip, see what we get. Well, that wasn't stressful at all. I'll talk about that piece of crap in a minute. I've got it in here for now. This is the little achieve I picked up last year? Year before maybe, can't remember when. And good nick, definitely blemishes on it, obviously darker bits, but that might disappear when it darkens up in the summer. Have a quick look underneath. Nice and clean, no marks on this one. Mouth's good, fins look all nice as well. Alright, so I'll get this scrape, pop your back, and then we'll talk about that piece of crap bulb. Got my scrape, but before I go in with that, so I went to pick the bowl up. It was obviously chipped anyway, but look what happened here. I literally just picked it up and it shattered. What an absolute, look at it, so fragile. Look at that. So what an absolute pile of muck that is. New bowl required. Anyway, got my scrape. We can find nothing, hopefully. So there's a couple of red marks on this one. There's a bit of a mark there on its under its chin, and a few red scales there on it. Just put a bit of tamidine on it. The rest of the fish is fine, as we saw on the top. So yeah, there's definitely something going on in there. Whether or not it's some kind of bacterial issue within the water, we won't know, will we? But fins are alright on it. Just that mark on its chin and on its belly. No other raised horrible bits. Oh. Anyway, let's get it back. Go on. Sort my scrape out. There's quite a bit of mucus on this one. Anyway, I thought I'd just bowl a couple of others just to have a look. So obviously Ki Utsuri. Fine, no marks on it at all, no red on it anywhere. No horrible scales, a bit veiny, like always because it's in a bowl. Well, I've netted it, but it's fine. I'm worried about this one jumping out, so I'm going to chuck it back in. But actually, as I say, mouth's good, fin's good, no red marks. Loving it. Right, put it back anyway. What can I do with landing? No. Gotta go now, look. What are you doing? There we go. I'm going to leave it there because stressful for me and stressful for the bloody fish. Let's be honest. Oh, I can't believe that bowl shattered. Anyway, I'm going to call that the end of this video for this week. So I'm still no further with the Ki Utsuri. I'm literally now just going to sit on my hands with it and just see what happens over the course of, well, it's been 3 days since the last PP, so another week or so, and then see. I'm going to make sure the water salt is still at 0.6. I've still got some salt, so I can just top it up as and when needed, because I'm able to quickly trickle in on, so I'm just going to keep that topped up. Probably a couple of weeks. And well, it's just going to see what happens really the next that sort of time. So it's a bit of an odd one as well for that little shower to have the red marks on it. It's making me think maybe there's some kind of bacterial issue with the pond, but how, why, and what's causing it, I do not know. But anyway, so that's where we're at this week. Looking forward to next week. When's next weekend? Not the weekend coming, the weekend after, when my digger turns up. I'm going to cause absolute carnage with the garden and get a lot of this bigger work done, digging out all the mud and getting it all filled up. And I've got a skip coming as well, so I can start filling and getting rid of some rubbish and take all of this apart here, these fence panels. So it's actually going to start to feel like we're getting somewhere with possible filter room upgrades and pond upgrades now, once I start smashing stuff apart properly. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching this week. Remember, thumbs up if you like what you see, hit subscribe, would be most grateful. I'll catch you next week when I don't know what's going on. We'll just see where it takes us in the week. Anyway, catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.